Hear me, please, when I tell you, even in the wilderness, and if you're in the wilderness now, God will not forsake you in the wilderness. You can choose to wander as long as you want, but you are God's. You are owned by Him. He has already called you by name, and as long as you wander in the wilderness, you will experience the effects of your rebellion and your sin, but God will never leave you. He'll never abandon you. He will always provide for you. But then at some point, He's going to say, look, is 40 years of manna enough? You want something besides the little crackers? Because I got a life for you over here that's not about wandering in the wilderness of disobedience. That's what happened to Israel, and that's what happens to us. How many victories has God brought into your life? Listen, please, you don't know. Because God is going before you. God is setting His protection around you. God is guarding you. He's leading and guiding you for His name's sake. You are His. He is at work in your life. And no matter how many battles you face, God has promised to bring you through them if you will cling to Him, if you will serve Him, if you'll be careful to obey Him. Victory after victory. The Lord goes before us, and He sends His Spirit before us to bring victory before we're there. How many of you know that God gives you the answer before you know the question? You say, I'm going over here and there's problems. No, God is already there. We live in the graceful provision of God. What we have, God has given us. God gives us what we don't deserve. That's grace. And He does not give us what we do deserve. That's mercy. And on top of the protection, on top of the salvation, the freedom from the bondage of sin, on top of Him being with us as we wandered around in our stupidity, on the top of the victory after victory after victory, God has poured out His graceful provision on our lives. He's called us. He's adopted us. He's cared for us. He's protected us. He's delivered us from the bondage of sin. He's given us victory in all of our battles. He's led us into the promised life, and He has provided for us by His grace. So what? So what? So what when you understand the immeasurable power and love and all that God has given you, the mountain of all that. So what? So serve the Lord, man. So fear the Lord, serve Him wholeheartedly, put away forever your idols, and serve the Lord alone. That's what.